Let's do it. I like that. Man, y'all youngsters. I tell you.
Bullshit ass Friends theme song. That nigga sound like a predator and shit. I see you walking down.
Oh man, don't come.
That nigga sound like a predator.
He's just making sure y'all get the point.
You hear how this nigga said that shit? I'm about to turn this bullshit off. This ain't no fucking. Oh, God. This ain't no fucking game show.
All right, well, we ready?
We ready.
To the play.
Secret lovers.
You can put that in later.
You ready, Jackie? Let's go, baby.
Let's go. All right. All right. YouTubers, Facebookers, Instagrammers, you are tuning in to the Intimacy Chronicles. I am your host, Queen Jackie. To my left.
What's the deal, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy, Dr. Love. What's happening?
That's all you got?
Yeah.
Okay. Over to my far left, the man in charge.
Fat bastard!
He trying to make a comeback. I already said
he did.
He's on a comeback. He was set. He like, yeah, I'm gonna hit him with the fat man.
Fat Zilla.
He start. Yeah, I got the names lined up. He been practicing the whole motherfucking week.
It's Fat Zilla.
He let him build up.
It's Fat Zilla.
Got his taco meat out. He ready to get me now.
God damn. With
sausages.
Sausages. DJ Jurassic Park the home ride.
In the cold heart. Got the sausages.
Sausages.
DJ Snuffleupagus.
I can't with y'all.
Look, I'm glad the viewers can't see me because they can see your big ass.
Here we go. We can do this all night. Thickums.
Okay, fellas. Tonight we have a special guest with us. Who am I introducing you as? Because, we get into this conversation sometimes.
Well, it's a fun time to ask. Let's just introduce
the Phoenix.
Okay, so tonight, joining us is the Phoenix. Phoenix. And she's going to chop it up with us tonight as we discuss, can men and women have a healthy platonic friendship with one another? So, before we get started, let me just talk to Phoenix for a bit and find out what do you have going on.
I'm focused on work in school right now.
Okay.
You got to talk in the mic.
I'm focused on work in school right now. So as far as comedy goes, I stick to private events, but I'm trying to get back out.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I wish you had told me we was talking about that.
I was just brief. I just wanted to get that out the way. So I appreciate you coming to hang out with me, and we're going to have a good time. So, our topic. I know a lot of you answered in the poll, the poll in the group, and I think, in my opinion, that yes, men and women can have healthy friendships with each other. But in being a friend, you know how you have that friend in the corner, or I said the friend in waiting that may say from time to time, if we wasn't friends or if you wasn't this, I don't think that person is a friend. I think that that person is just waiting in the shadow for opportunity. That's my opinion. But I've had, like, most of my closest relationships are with men. So I'm going to say, yes, I think men and women can have healthy friendships with one another. So
I believe that. I believe so. I mean, I have female friends that I haven't indulged in sexual contacts with.
Now, have you thought of them in the sexual
I have
way?
thought of that. I've been wanting to break them down. But
you're not their friend.
No, I am their friend. I am their friend.
I disagree.
I am
with
their
that.
friend.
I
am their
backup.
I don't think of any of my male friends
in
that manner.
They ain't told you that.
Huh?
No, it ain't that you looking at them in that matter. They are your friends, but maybe if you really ask them how you feel about me, you'd be surprised. You find out they may want you like that, but they're not going to tell you. They're just going to keep it on the friend level.
Well, I can say for me, I don't think of any of my close male friends in that capacity. That's all we are, as friends. And if in their mind they convince themselves of anything else, that's on them. But I feel like a real friendship, I wouldn't have to think of them in that way because they are my friends. But that's just my opinion.
Well, I mean, that's you.
So you say you could be friends and have the thought, but not entertain the thought?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I guess that's possible. But
sure.
At the end of the day, I do believe that males and females can be friends without.
Sure.
Without the sex.
There are people right now.
But once you address it,
but that's the reason why.
Once you acknowledge it among your friends, you know what I mean. Yeah. It changes the dynamic. So
exactly.
The minute but then that changes the dynamic, changes the friendship.
But that's what I'm saying.
It has the it could change the friendship.
Right.
But
there are some people right now that are friends with a male or they're friends with a female, and they have sexual intimate thoughts about them, but they're afraid that it's going to change the atmosphere, so they keep it to themselves. I mean, there's nothing wrong with dreaming, you know what I'm saying, and imagining,
That thought just made me nauseous.
No.
I'm saying me when I think of my friends because I don't see them in that way. We are just
right. You don't see them in that way, but
I think
they may think differently.
But doesn't that come down to maturity too?
Absolutely.
Maturity doesn't have.
It has everything to do with it. If you are good friends with somebody, I think if you are good friends and it's just that, a friendship, and you're thinking of that person in that way, are you really their friend? And doesn't that come down to immaturity?
Well, it's not all the time that you're thinking of them in that capacity. You understand what I'm saying? But once you have there are people right now that have good friendship better than their own wives or their own husbands.
That's some real shit.
You understand what I'm saying? They have that true friendship where they say, if I wasn't married or if I wasn't in a relationship, this is probably what they're thinking, that I would love to be with this person because this person I can talk to better than I can talk to my own mate.
But does it mean I want to be with that person or does it mean that I want that type of person? This is my ideal person, not necessarily that person. It doesn't have to be that individual in particular. There comes a point when all of these qualities I wish were in somebody else. All of these characteristics I wish were in somebody else. All of these traits I want in somebody else. You know what I mean? They just more so a model than they are the actual apple of their eye.
So you in the years of you been living, there has never been someone that you call friend that you looked at beyond friend.
Oh, he ugly, but I want them traits. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna be real about that shit. So at the end of the day, no, I don't want that person. I want all of this. You know what I mean? But that's what make them a friend. That's that. You know what I mean?
Have it came down to that point that you and a friend has had that conversation?
Yeah, and it probably changed the friendship. You know what I mean? Having see, it's a difference. Yeah. Acknowledgement and then discussion, that's two different things. You know what I mean? That's like showing your report card and discussing how you got these good fucking grades.
Right.
Mm-hmm. It's a difference. So, yeah, there comes a point in a friendship when I'm either we're gonna have this conversation, and that's that, or you acknowledge it, and then sometime down the line, remember when you said, "Oh, dumb shit," you know what I'm saying? So you end up having the conversation, and that's why I said from the very beginning, your thing is you can have the friendship, but don't entertain the thought.
Right.
What happens is once you acknowledge the thought, that's how you put it in the atmosphere to start entertaining the thought. So you ain't even supposed to acknowledge the fucking thought if we friends.
Absolutely.
Well, if we friends,
I agree.
You're not my fucking friend. You're not my fucking friend if you gonna tell me that. Because you know I don't look at you like that.
But it does change the dynamic, like you said, because it would make me extremely uncomfortable if one of my friends said, "Shorty, you know, if you were single or if you were this, I could be into you." That would fucking make me uncomfortable. I wouldn't even want to be alone with that person because I don't know how long they've had that thought, and I would begin to feel like I don't trust them because of that same thought. That's not my friend. None of my friends that I've been friends with for 20 years or more would ever say that to me, even if they thought about it, because they are my friend.
Okay, but what I'm saying is that everybody is different. Okay, you're different, he's different, I'm different.
Sound like you
but what I'm saying is that there are people right now that may have a friend that they depend on, that they trust in, they talk to in the whole 9 yards, and the thought may have came across their mind, but they didn't want to entertain it or say anything to change the atmosphere.
So let me ask you this. Because the atmosphere and the dynamic is two different things. When you change the atmosphere, you're changing the right here to right now. If you said that shit to Jackie today, it's going to change the atmosphere in this room. It's going to change the atmosphere in this moment. But y'all going to leave this room at some point. And y'all not going to be in the same atmosphere. But when you change the dynamic of the friendship, it means that what you have said is going to linger here, there, and every fucking where. So at the end of the day, ask yourself, when you say that shit, are you changing the atmosphere or are you truly changing the dynamic? Because there are people, you can acknowledge it to one friend and it's like, yo, I had the same thought. Keep it pushing.
Right.
It never fucking changes anything. But then there's that other motherfucking friend who you say that shit to them, and every fucking text message after that is, what's up? What you doing? You know what I mean? Then that's a different kind of friend. So it all depends on that level of friendship going in when you acknowledge the thought. When you entertain the thought, it's a whole new ball game.
Yeah. Nick?
Yeah, I'm lost, man. I'm fucked up. I ain't gonna lie.
What you over there smoking? You got them edibles over there?
No, I think you gotta be careful with the other sex friend.
Yeah.
You can't be telling them about your relationship. I think that's where we kind of always fuck up because they start. It's like when they become your friend, they start looking at you like they really care about you. So what we do is men, I ain't gonna say women probably do it, but men, we go to that female to try to get solutions on how to handle our woman with our friend. You feel what I'm saying? And then she in the return like, fuck her. She ain't good for you. And then in her reality, she starts thinking like, shit, I might be good for him. He doing this, he doing that.
How you know she thinking that? How you know she thinking that?
I'm just saying. It happens. No, I'm not saying.
There are females that come out and say that.
Yeah.
But do you have to return that? See, that's the thing. Like I said, it's the level of friendship going in.
Right.
First and foremost, if you telling that friend your business, this ain't the first relationship.
You opening up the door.
Exactly. And this ain't the first relationship that you done told about. It ain't the second relationship that you done told about. And it probably ain't the third. So at the end of the day, eventually, yeah, it's probably like, whatever. Just shut the... So when you having that conversation with that friend, what's the level of friendship? Was the first relationship that you told about, was that the one that broke your fucking heart? Was the next one just some bitch that you fucked real good?
Right.
Was the next one your baby mother? So at the end of the day, yeah, she get to know you inside and out, but is she really looking at you like that? If anything, she probably looking at, see, you said she's saying, this is what you said. You said, and then she saying,
I said.
And my thing is, she could be saying, well, nigga, damn, you done been through a baby mother, a girlfriend, 2 wives. What the fuck?
You messy.
Right. And here's the thing. She might be saying, nigga, it's you. Yeah. As a real friend, she might be saying, nigga, it's you. But you ain't fucking with me, so fuck it. Like, damn, yo. You going through it with that bitch again, yo. Same bitch, yo. Same bitch. Right. So don't think that every time she talking to you.
Why you keep going back?
Right.
That's
see,
my
listen,
shit.
when she say that don't mean why you keep going back. Come over here and try me. That mean, damn, nigga, I really want to tell you you stupid, but as your friend, I'm not going to say you stupid.
Right.
I'm trying not to hurt your feelings, friend.
I don't know, because the
and
truth,
men, y'all get to thinking like that. I think y'all ego.
A true friend will say you stupid.
Tap in and say, "Oh, she must be interested in me."
Right, that's your fucking ego.
Yeah,
that's your
exactly.
Ego. You know what I'm saying? That and I'm not gonna say it's your ego, but most of the time it's our ego.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We wanna be wanted anyway, so when a motherfucker shows some interest, why? Why is a fucking question? Why you ain't call me? That mean I wanted you to call me. Mm-hmm. The same thing goes through your mind when you say, why you keep going back to her? Oh, she must want me to come to her. No, nigga, I really want to tell you, friend, you stupid. But I don't want to hurt your feelings because I can see you already upset over this little dumb bitch. You know what I'm saying? You going, oh, she took you to child support again. Well, she just took you on for child support.
Well, see, I want that friend. I want that friend to be like, yo, that was stupid. That was stupid.
Yeah, but then you gonna get mad when that friend say that.
No,
he doesn't get mad. He doesn't get mad. I can say that.
Because the one thing that I'll say is if it's coming from my friend and she's shooting straight like Jackie, she's shooting straight from there.
He don't get mad.
At the end, when I get off the phone, I can say to myself, you know what? Fuck, Jackie.
But have you ever looked at Jackie like that?
And when I first met Jackie, yes.
You looked at Jackie like that?
I looked at Jackie like that.
Did you ever tell Jackie that?
No.
Yes.
Yeah, in the beginning. And then but then after we talked, I worked on a car and stuff like that or whatever. It got to the point where I'm like, man, Jackie's just a cool person. You know what I'm saying? She's attractive. Don't get me wrong. I'm not taking that away from her. But at the same token, the more we kicked it, it was like, that's my road dog. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So the whole thing changed. But I believe that if you feel a certain way about somebody, you know, some people say you shouldn't share it. You shouldn't say nothing. But how will that person know if you don't share it?
This is what I'm gonna tell you.
But
wait a minute. That's where it
gets messy.
But here's
that's where it gets messy.
Here's what's funny. And I heard you.
You got that clip?
I heard you do this 2 times already, and I was like, I think this might be where you're going wrong, right? Mm-hmm. The question on the floor was, can men and women be friends? Mm-hmm. You keep saying, feel. The minute you feel something, it's not a friendship. You understand what I'm saying? The minute you feel something, it's not a friendship, because in a friendship, I ain't no emotion identified. Listen, it's just pure happiness. It's just pure, I fucks with you. Mm-hmm. That's it. That's what the friendship is. The minute you say feel, it means you already got a thought, because your thoughts and your emotions are intertwined. So when you got a thought other than, listen, it took for you ain't got no feelings towards Jackie because she's just a cool person. You know, cool is a whole I like her. It's different. Cool. I like her. Cool. I like her. It's a difference. When you feel it, when
she need to do that shit.
The way if anybody asks you,
made me feel a certain way.
No, for real. Listen, if anybody asks me,
you got them wound up.
I'm the kind of person that, okay, like when I shared when I shared this with Jackie, because this was just a one-on-one, and when I shared it with Jackie, it was like I said it. It was in the moment. Jackie was like, "Yo, I love you. I fuck with you, but I don't see you like that." Boom! That shut my shit down immediately.
But you also said you had already said it multiple times.
No.
You only said it once. You only acknowledged it.
I brought it to your attention one time, and that was 4 years ago. Never thought about nothing else since.
So many things are running through my mind right now.
So many things are running through my mind too when I think of you.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. I didn't say I was thinking of you. I just said so many things were running through my mind right now.
See how I said I wanted to throw the think on there when it comes down to Phoenix.
When I think of you.
When I think, you know, Alan. Now we got Alan. Alan says that they could want a relationship with their friend, but they don't want to mess the friendship up.
Yeah,
if the relationship doesn't work out.
I've been there.
Yeah.
That's a good point, Alan.
Thank you, Alan.
So, I mean, and then there, I've seen situations, and I've been in them where the person can really be feeling you, and they enjoying their friendship, where they so afraid that if they get in a relationship with you and it doesn't work out. Mm-hmm. Now y'all no longer friends.
Yeah.
You
and it's not worth it especially if you have a great friendship.
And I've heard that. So they just feel like, you know what, it ain't even worth it to take it to that level.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm cool with that. I mean, we all have, getting to that point where, oh man, I can see myself being with that person. You know what I'm saying? But it's how you take it and run with it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you're a kind of person that if they tell you how they feel and shut it down, and your mind can shut it down, then good, you cool. You know what I'm saying? But if you feel like, nah, I can't. I mean, I've had females tell me, I don't even look at you like that. I mean, I look at you like a brother, and I'll be mad as fuck. Cause I'm like, we ain't blood,
brother zone.
We ain't blood. That's the devil. We ain't blood. We ain't blood. That's the devil talking. No, but I said, and I got into an emotional.
It fuck with you.
Fuck with me, cause I'm like, brother, I ain't never see you as no sister.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw you as a sister, but not my sister. Fist bump sister. No, I don't know. I don't know.
But how long did it take you to acknowledge it to them? And you know what I mean? Like, because clearly, and that's just it. I mean, like, was you reading the vibe all along? Was you reading the friendship vibe? Or was you reading the... I'm
interested vibe?
Right. What vibe were you trying to give? Like, were you trying to give a I'm interested vibe?
Well, and see, no. It was more of a...
I thought that food from Friday was old.
No.
We gonna say the same thing. Go ahead. I told you it was old lunch. Go ahead.
Nah.
Lunch.
Lies.
It's more of a fact where, in the beginning it was like a friendship kind of thing. Just like he said, Nick said that when you go through, or you see your friend going through emotional stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like let's say if me and you together, and I see you going through some fucked up dudes, and I'm already single, so I'm saying to myself like, man, I really fucking love Jenny. I don't want to see her. I don't want to see shit happen to her. But then I start thinking, like, yo, I could be the man that can really brighten her fucking day.
Why is that?
But I don't want to share that with you because I'm like, we cool.
I don't want to fuck it up.
I don't want to fuck it up. You know what I'm saying? So I keep that to myself.
So when you have thoughts like that, are you just a friend in waiting? Or are you a real friend? A friend in waiting for when she's out or when he's out of that relationship?
Clearly not, because if you was a friend in waiting, you would step up at some point and say, hey, this is it. Because if you watching me go through fucked up dude after fucked up dude after fucked up dude, you know he fucked up. Mm-hmm. You know the pattern just as well as I do. So at some point, as my friend, you're going to be saying, yo, that's the same type dude. That's the same type dude. Why don't you try a different dude? But the crazy part is, at what point do you realize these dudes is actually like you?
Okay, let me ask y'all this question.
Don't ask me shit, psycho.
Listen, so nobody in this room has, and I'll address this to our listeners. So nobody has saw two people start off as friends and it developed into a relationship.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Seen tons of people do it.
Okay.
I've also seen people stay together as friends or relationship, baby mama, baby father, for 19 years, get married, and in year 24, it's a fucking wrap.
Over. Yeah.
It's over. It's over. Mm-hmm. Something in that dynamic changed when they got married. They was good as friends. Baby mama. Yeah, they was good as friends. Something in that dynamic changed. When the titles change.
That's exactly it. Because I know best friends that got married and they couldn't make it past a couple of years. Because I think it became so complicated they forgot how to be each other's friend.
Yeah.
You know,
I know people who have married the same person twice. Yeah. I know people who have married. I know several people who have married the same person twice.
My parents married each other
twice. First time it didn't, you know what I'm saying, it didn't work out, and I went out there and I'm talking old people, young people, like I know people have gone back to the same relationship because it feels good.
Yeah,
but at some point something in it changed. And if you think about it, the stuff that we talking about is probably polar opposite of what they actually experience, because people be together 19 years, then they get married, and year 24 they divorce. Why they get divorced? Because, you know, she told me I was ugly after all this time. Bitch, she always thought you was ugly.
Right.
Because, you know, he thought I was fat. He always thought you was fat. But something changed, and he said it, and it shook you to your motherfucking core, and you just couldn't get right. So there comes a point where even in that friendship, you don't want to shake that other person, and you don't want to shake yourself. Because, Jackie, I really like you. But I don't like women. Damn, I thought you was into everything. That means that you wasn't my friend to begin with. Because as my friend, when you think I'm into everything, it means that you wasn't listening. You know what I mean? You wasn't really paying me no attention. You had your own agenda anyway.
Right.
So, absolutely, I think that men and women can.
And I've heard a lot of people say that they started off as friends, then they got into a relationship. The relationship didn't work. But then they say that we're more better as friends.
Yeah, I think that
than we was in a relationship.
Listen, it's like the motherfucker who want a motherfucking Beamer all their fucking life. They work hard, they get that motherfucking Beamer. 3 oil changes and a motherfucking brake light in. They like, yo, fuck this shit. I still love the Beamer. I just don't want to drive one because it costs me more to maintain a Beamer than it does to just maintain a vehicle. And the same thing happens with our friendships and relationships.
I'm glad you just told me that, because that's to me that's like confirmation.
That was
don't get a Beamer.
Don't get a Beamer.
Right.
I was thinking about buying one, but I'm like,
hold up.
At the end of the day, listen, right? That's what I'm saying. You a mechanic, but are you a German engineering mechanic?
Yeah.
You listen, because you know they got the mechanic shop in the alley, and then they got the specialized in Audi, BMW, and foreign shit. So at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck how much you want it. There comes a point when you say, shit, you know what? Motherfuckers say, yo, I'm always going to get me a car from the auction because I don't want a car payment.
Right.
Bottom line, yo, I'm always gonna listen. I go to the dentist twice a year. Some people go to the dentist and, can I get an appointment? Why you need an appointment? You were just here 3 months ago. I just want to make sure everything's still right.
Good,
you know what I'm saying? Some people balance their checkbook. Some people look online to check their account. You gotta know what kind of fucking person you are and what kind of person you're dealing with. So when it comes down to being friends with somebody, if you want anything more from that friendship than a fucking friendship, you gotta do one or two things. You gotta be willing to accept the motherfucking hurt or rejection or happiness that come along with it.
Right.
Or you gotta be willing to sit on that shit and shut the fuck up and never say nothing.
Exactly.
Because I could change this whole shit up with 3 words. I want you. Oh, for real? You know what? You was the greatest homeboy ever. Rest in peace, homeboy. I don't look at you that way. I know it just changed our fucking friendship.
Right.
But you can never be the nigga for me. I already know all your fucking trade secrets. I already know all your fucking dirt. I know the shit you don't do, the shit that you do. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, is you crazy? Nigga, no.
But there have been times, and Nick, you can help me out with this one, where you may have had a friend that
you ain't never had a friend. Sorry, I was watching.
Never.
I was gonna watch it last.
That you may have had a friend, and y'all was always cool and different things like that. And then when you open up to them, they said, "Wow, like I never knew this. Like why haven't you told me before?" You know what I'm saying? There are situations that go.
Well, let me tell you something.
You opened up about your feelings for them.
Well, let me tell you something.
Why haven't you told me?
Why haven't you told me before does not mean I'm interested.
Right.
Let me be very clear about that. Why haven't you? See, there's 3 different types of why haven't you told me before.
Break it down.
There's
okay. I lost my train of thought.
Why you ain't tell me this before? Really mean.
Nah, I ain't get that one.
Okay, I'm telling you.
Yo, I love how she do her face.
I'm telling you.
That shit is doing something to me.
I'm telling you some real shit. I'm telling you something.
Do that shit again?
Right, listen, a little bit of...
Them lips and... Oh, my God.
Why you ain't tell me this before? Means... Damn, nigga. I might have been considering the same shit at the same time, but that moment has passed. Okay? And then there's... Why you ain't tell me this before?
That's the fucked up one.
That's the fucked up one.
If I had known that you was fucking looking at me like that, I damn sure wouldn't have stayed. Fuck no. Shit no, nigga. Fuck
that
to
makes
the
you
no.
hard. You even said something.
And then there's... Why haven't you told me this before? Yeah, well, I really don't look at you like that, friend. That's the point when we're ready to put the motherfucking Mister on your name and call you by your Mister.
Wait a minute. Why you left out one? And here it is.
Which one did you get?
Why you didn't tell me this before?
Oh, she was full of shit.
She was, yeah.
Listen.
You hear the MP of it?
No. I'm sorry. Let me translate that one for you. Do it one more time.
She was into this 24 pack.
No. Do what she did. How did she do it? I'm gonna translate that for you.
She said, when I said it to her, she was like, "Wow. Why you ain't tell me this before?
Why you ain't tell me this before I went out there and sold pussy to pay these motherfucking bills?
I
went out there and did some
she ain't said that shit.
Nigga, I just went out there. I just worked overtime every motherfucking day for the last 2 motherfucking pay periods, and you was willing to pay these fucking bills. All the fuck I had to do. Nigga, I can't believe.
I've had women that when I said that
before.
I had women that when I said that, the first thing they said is, "Wow, why you didn't tell me this before? Like I wish I had known before. I'm already talking to somebody."
Right, and that's the thing. Like they listen.
You down
I'm
easy.
already
right,
talking.
Listen,
to
I'm already
right
talking
now.
to somebody.
Right.
Nigga, that is the same as I gotta wash my hair. No, not tonight. I gotta wash my hair. I'm already talking to somebody. Nigga, I'm talking to somebody, but I know that shit ain't going nowhere. I know it ain't working out. I don't even enjoy talking to nigga, but I won't be talking to your ass. Is what that means. Okay. At the end of the day, I really need you to understand that yes, men and women can be friends, but you have got to be very mindful of how much time you put into that friendship, how much energy you put into that friendship, how much of a relationship that friendship has. You know what I mean? It has the potential. If you think about a friendship as your relationship, it's not a friendship. You know what I mean? It's not a friendship. If you already thinking about your friendship as a relationship, it's not a friendship. Because the key word to relationship is relations. What relations do you have with people outside of the bedroom?
Well, relationship.
Friendly relations.
Relationship.
Friendly relations.
Also is broke down as to relate, which means that's a person that you can relate to.
But It
they
doesn't
breaking
mean
it down.
That we
Relate
dick
to.
us down.
Break it down.
And when
I can relate to all of my friends. That's why we have friends.
When you can read with somebody,
go ahead and say it, brother.
Then you can never be late.
When you can read with somebody, then you can never be late.
Read is always, you know,
again,
you can
read is always again.
Like react
read
read can be anything. React, remember, reminisce. You know what I'm saying? I ran out of everything that start with R&D.
Right. I knew you got stuck.
Well, I'm gonna need you to read up on some things.
That's funny as hell.
Cause you
this nigga was going in. Respect.
Based on
re-energize. You know,
he is that guy that looks at every friend.
Regain.
Let me say this.
He look at every friend's ass.
No,
everything.
Regain.
Exactly.
Respect.
Regurgitate, nigga. That's what's gonna happen.
He is that guy that thinks every fucking woman wants him the minute they smile at him.
That's bullshit.
I disagree.
Don't give me that, fucker. You fat fuck. Don't give me that. You fat fuck. Don't give me that.
Listen,
I don't think that. I don't think that. Every woman that smiles at me, I don't say to myself, "Oh, she wants the big fella." I don't say that. I smile back. Now if she if she keeps looking and smiling, then that lets me know that she wants this Angus.
You convinced yourself.
She wants what?
This Angus.
What the?
I'm USD.
Do y'all
grade
take commercial breaks here at all? Because I'm sure I need one.
You need a break.
You need a break. We can go to a break.
Listen, here's the
it's
thing.
up to you.
I need a break. What the fuck is this Angus?
Meat.
He's obsessed with food, so everything he relates to food.
I don't relate to everything.
Every fucking thing.
Okay, well you can say that.
Angus beef.
If she
beef.
Exactly.
If she looks twice, she wants this Angus. Okay.
Hey, she blind, yo, and you think she looking at you.
That goes back to my
what happens? Hold on.
Thinks that
hold on, Jackie.
Woman wants him.
Hold on, Jackie. Can't she blind?
That's bullshit.
And she just smelling him, and she like, you know, because some blind people have their eyes. Can't she just smelling you and be like, that's a nice smell, but she looking your way.
All of a sudden, he is convinced that she wants him.
The Angus.
Now, if she smiled, if I look at her and she smiled and I smile back, that's one thing. Okay, hey, how you doing? But if I happen to catch her just keep looking,
she could be looking past you.
She ain't looking past me.
She could be looking in bewilderment.
That's like saying
she
that when I'm sitting at a window, that a person's looking out the window.
Yeah, she could be looking in bewilderment. Like, what is that? Why does he look like Angus beef?
No. No, see, you ain't gonna joke me.
No,
you ain't gonna
I'm using your
shit. You boy.
I'm using your shit. This is not a joke. I'm using your shit. You said if she looks like she wants this Angus beef.
She wants the Angus.
In my mind, I'm saying I consider myself Angus beef. Angus beef is good
prime beef.
Well, prime beef. USDA grade, 100% pure meat.
I don't eat beef, so that would like when you use that analogy, I'm lost.
Well then I wouldn't be in a part of your food chain.
But I would. But if I look twice, then that's what you're thinking. Like that.
You look twice.
I wouldn't be a part of your food chain.
You're interested if you look at him twice. If he meets your eye twice, you're interested.
You're done.
That's what you're saying. And that's why it goes back to my
statement. What is he, a pimp?
You think every woman wants you. And here's what I'm going to say. Let me say something. Now, I'm a friendly person. And I smile at a lot of people. But it does not mean that I'm interested. But
so, all right.
Some of you men
Let's do this.
Will convince yourselves, oh, she's interested because she's talking to me.
So what's your line after she smiled twice, Nate?
Hold on. You gotta watch what you say because Benjamin Buttons may be tuning in.
Who's Benjamin Buttons?
Daddy Yankee.
Oh no, Uncle Daddy. Oh yeah. Yeah, I did have somebody.
He got lines, yo.
Dude.
He followed me around
Man,
for a long time. for a long time. That's why we don't do anything at that club anymore.
I'm telling you, this guy, when I say attached, I mean God that
like a beeper, son.
She was
like a beeper back in the day.
Crazy.
Man, she could not get the fuck up.
Back in the day, I can't.
She could not get the fuck up.
Yeah, I mean,
Jenny, you was there that night.
You know the old dude at the spot.
It was an oldie, a sugar daddy.
Well, he wasn't old. He wasn't like really old, but he looked
over at
old. He wasn't old.
The big house.
Oh, over at.
We don't want to say names, but yeah.
So we just sat down after they got up.
Okay.
When she got up, he got up.
Oh wow.
When she sat down,
like everywhere
he sat
I
down
walked,
and got mad if somebody sat next to her. He couldn't have a seat.
One time he sat between Rich Wife and me, like just squeezed in between, and then they did a kickback like this, one of them old school kickbacks, like. And put his arm up, and I'm like, nigga.
That old man.
I talked to him, and that's what I'm saying. I just had a conversation with him, and he convinced himself that I was interested. And I mean, it was so I didn't want to put those two in a bad position because
that's when you got to put Mr. on his name. You got to say Mr. real quick. You got.
I was just
that.
like, dude.
And look, and check this out, right? Not called. When she wanted to know, okay, y'all coming through this week? Mm-hmm. He called her every day.
Every day. 4 or 5 times a day. And each time leaving me a voicemail. One time it was like, I don't know if he was crying on the phone or what. He was like, I really miss you. I'm like, nigga.
Stalker.
Old men do leave
Awkward.
Old men do leave
He wasn't that old. But
awkward. He thought he was going to get you with the seafood.
He thought he was going to get me. Yeah, exactly. Now, I'm going to have a drink.
One day, boy.
Was it a delay?
Ain't going to never get me with no food.
And that's but see, and let me go back. Let me kind of like check my team. Because that's not the first time that happened. And my team gets easily distracted. Goddamn right. I remember one night being at Corinthians.
No.
They done bought him some hot wings and beer. You know, Rich, I think Rich had a picture of beer or something, but they got up and they left me hanging. Next thing I know, I went to turn around and there was a guy on the side of me. He snuck a kiss on my lip, and I'm looking around like, where the hell is my team?
First of all, ew.
If Jackie wasn't so if Jackie wasn't so listen,
that my team left me man down.
Listen, if Jackie wasn't so fucking thin, I thought she was behind me.
No, that's
but she
bullshit.
wasn't behind me, and the guy snuck behind me
to get a kiss.
Well, but women. But
we got a song for him.
But now, Jack, listen, you gotta hear how Jackie talked.
That's
bullshit.
That's
what did Jackie say?
Jackie was Jackie. If you first heard her at Corinthians, you would for sure thought that one, Jackie didn't have a boyfriend and Jackie wasn't married. The way that she talked.
And how was that?
Talking about
that
she wants to be taken on a cataclysmic orgasm
that doesn't say married or single.
and the whole 9 yards and that she like her. I mean, she was just saying all of these things where these guys are scooting their chairs forward like, yeah, talk it, yeah.
So here's my thing. If I have a show called The Intimacy Chronicles, of course I'm going to be talking about intimacy-related topics. It still does not mean...
And she didn't have the red hair. She had the blonde hair.
It does not mean I'm fucking interested.
She had the blonde hair.
A lot of times I would say, just because we talk about these topics... Yeah.
When you record,
talk about these topics does not mean we're interested in going home with any of you. I would give that disclaimer, and still somebody would convince themselves that I'm interested. I don't know what to tell y'all.
Were there microphones in the building? Because Jackie, you'll have the conversation with or without a microphone. Was this actually a recording? Or were you guys just having a conversation?
We were having a conversation.
Mm-hmm. And it was recorded.
And we were recording. And I even told them, you could come up and get on the microphone. But again, I think the first show was the art of fellatio. And I think that's what... That's
what got them.
Right.
Yeah.
That's kind of what, pushed them over the edge.
Oh, man.
So perhaps... in their mind, they may have imagined me performing fellatio.
Right, so you do realize that, like, when you go out and you stand before people and you give that kind of dialogue, like, that's how they see you. Like, every nigga alive want to fuck Dr. Ruth. I don't give a fuck. Let me tell you something. I don't give a fuck. Listen, I don't give a fuck what you say.
But she
every nigga alive want to fuck Dr. Ruth. They want to take that little white lady with a little old ass, and they want to see her do all that shit that she been talking about since the Donahue days. Every nigga alive want to know, you know what I'm saying, if Karen Steffens can really get it in the way she did with Shaquille O'Neal in the book. You know what I'm saying? There's something about the minute that you put it out there and you present it. They no longer associate you and what you do with
that's true.
The same way you see yourself.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, that's just like me standing up there doing comedy, and I say hella shit in comedy. Mm-hmm. And when it all come down to it,
you ain't about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this
not
is
publicly. Not
ready
publicly.
for his song?
Right. And the thing of it is, a lot of people mistake persona.
That's true.
For performance.
Yes, they do.
You know what I mean?
Yes, they do.
So at the end of the day, be real about that shit up front. Because I'm going to tell you, I'm not a people person. Mm-hmm. I'm not a friendly person. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm not a real nice person.
Right.
Once I leave that stage, I got no... Listen,
my
really
life is totally different.
I really don't want to fucking talk. You know what I'm saying? And even today, like when you say, "Hey, what you got going on?" Really, that ain't what I came to talk about.
Right.
You told me what the question was. You ain't say we was gonna talk about nothing else. So you you threw me through a loop. I'm like, yeah, school and work is the focus right now. You know what I'm saying? Because there's persona,
right,
and then there's person.
Right,
and understanding that persona is who you see when you know what I mean. When I'm in and zone, like. That's what the Intimacy Chronicles is about. It's a persona. Now, whether or not Jill Scott did all that shit, is Jill Scott married yet?
Hell
Jill Scott got a boyfriend yet? You know what I'm saying? But how many niggas... Right, see, that's
Jill might be eating coochie.
Listen.
Who knows?
And at the end of the day...
But everybody assumed that, okay, she's looking or she's advertising. It was, like you said, her persona on stage.
Right. And
just to let you know that
in her hand motions,
Ben said he was stalking you too.
He was stalking me
Hood
too.
fellas.
So we got the perfect stalker song, y'all.
The hood fella.
This is the perfect stalker song.
Oh my God.
He was the first stalker.
Hell yeah, he was the first stalker.
Orange Jones.
No, he said
just
joking.
No, I know
he
was
joking.
Yeah, I know it.
He said just joking though.
Orange juice, motherfucking
it's
Jones.
funny because I'm gonna say if a guy was talking, you all were talking, but you all weren't getting slammed like that. I think Big Bloomers was chasing you for a bit. I think that's how you left me because of Big Bloomers.
He had a girl named Big Bloomers.
And, oh my God! And she was talking mad shit, and I think that's how they got distracted that first go round.
Why you get quiet, Nate?
Oh, he don't like that.
Because.
But you was cracking the fuck up when Fat Daddy was chasing Jackie around.
Because I was trying to stay away from him.
Stay away from who? Big Bloomer?
Yeah, because she had on a sundress with big
blocked the sun.
drawers.
Oh, that's why y'all call her Big Bloomers. Because you can see her drawers
like
through the sundress.
And I mean, they covered half of the back all the way down.
Please don't tell me it was a thong.
So because she had on panties with her sundress.
But she had on.
They was like the period drawers.
Yeah.
Hold on. So you mean to tell me?
Big Bloomers was nasty. What? She was nasty. She was real nasty. She was talking some real nasty stuff.
Real nasty. So,
you can't shock me much.
She wasn't even attractive like that. So, I was trying to.
Well, I'm not gonna say that.
Well, she was all right, but she, but just like I was like you. You know, when I'm on stage, you say you on stage, you one way, and then at the end of the Chronicles, like.
Yeah, like I know these things. About
you are never. Let me say this because I feel like lightning is about to rain down hell up in here. So he is never one way. When we are out doing the show, he is the same on and off camera. He is like, "What's up?" You know, the
life of the party.
Right? Exactly. Yeah. When we stop. His eye is on the prowl. You understand? So don't sit there and say
he's on attack
one way. Mm-hmm. Because whoever is smiling at his ass the most, that's who he's making.
I want to hear the line.
I usually look at their chairs. Whoever's dripping at their chairs.
Oh,
what?
God.
I mean, I'm just bullshit.
He's lying. He does. He does kind of like scan the room like that.
Yo, you fucked up, yo. I'm gonna get my own sound for your motherfucking ass.
He does do that.
Okay, so what are you doing? What is this? What are you doing?
Drop down and get your eagle on.
You're looking at their chairs?
Nah, I was just bullshitting on that part.
He lying. Let me tell you.
I was bullshitting on that part.
It's like when he see like a group of ladies come in and they well put together. Oh, this joker get extra with his conversation. Like Rich and I could be talking and it's kind of like he start, when I'm going to get to say something? When y'all going to let me talk?
I can't wait. We got to do something live.
And then you'll see what I'm talking about.
We definitely got to do something live. Just to see his ass perform.
I'm trying to tell you. It's something you'll never forget.
Listen.
I like it because he bring, he knows how to get the crowd amped up, and so we'll have more participation. But the minute somebody appears in his side view, it's on. Yeah. I don't know who that other dude is.
Rose.
You're a hound.
Rose.
You're a hound.
Rose.
You're a hound.
Yes, he's a hound.
You're a hound.
Rose.
I'm just saying.
Rose.
He ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Don't play that.
Play that shit. Play that.
Please
he ain't nothing but a hound dog. I'm trying to tell you.
Don't play that shit. Please.
When we are off site, he is a hound dog for sure. And he come dressed, he come dressed to the nines because he is in Mac mode.
No, listen.
You know what I think he tell the women? I think he tell them, listen, just give me your phone number real quick because I can get you on the show.
That's bullshit.
I'd like to have you on my show.
That is bullshit. That is such bullshit.
Y'all know how Big Red was?
That is such bullshit.
I'd like to have you on my show.
That is such bullshit. That's a thought.
With the flip
that's a thought.
Yes.
But I ain't bringing nobody on the show and they ain't working.
First of all, I had a group of girls show up at that spot one time and they said, is Dr. Love here? Because he said he was going to be here and we was going to be on the show. I said, oh, is that what Dr. Love said? So don't tell me you don't do that because I know you do it.
Listen. Okay.
Occasionally.
I may have said
every now and then.
I may have said that.
You may have kind of sort of.
Were they friends or were they women you were in a relationship with?
Huh?
Were they friends or were they women you were in a relationship with?
I didn't know them.
Oh, right. Oh, so they couldn't have been friends anyway because you immediately looked at them as something else.
Yeah.
So you make campaign promises.
No.
Those are campaign promises.
You got it with that.
Campaign promise. That was a campaign promise.
No, it ain't no campaign. Listen, you gotta understand. At one point in time, this guy was afraid to talk to women. Okay. He was afraid to be around women. Mm-hmm. He was afraid of rejection.
Okay.
When I started listening to Biggie, looking at Heavy D, listening to Barry White, Luther, that's where I took all of them and created my own persona. My own.
That is so funny because I don't see any of those guys I don't see any of those guys in your delivery.
I don't expect you to see the signs.
I don't see any of those guys in your delivery.
But any
you
average
said they
woman,
gave you confidence.
That's exactly.
Okay,
go ahead, son, break it down.
Then that's different. You know what I'm saying?
But what I'm saying,
Juicy fruit, really, man, really?
Yeah, I don't see any of those guys.
I'm thinking juicy fruit, so you know I'm old.
Well, it is. Man. Salute the sample. It is juicy fruit.
You know what I'm saying?
That was a hard.
Yeah. You know what I'm. You know. The hard. Yeah.
Rapping dude, could you really?
You know, but what I'm saying is that. Yeah, I'm gonna try my hand.
Well,
because when I get done up,
it's on.
I look good, I smell good, and then that's when the other Nate come.
Who's the other Nate?
The one who
the Biggie?
The one, yeah.
The Biggie, okay.
Yeah, and when if I see something that piques my interest, then I'm gonna go for it.
But then the question is, what don't pique your interest? Because that's how you make it sound.
The big bloomers.
Oh, okay. Well, okay.
That didn't pique my interest.
There you have it.
She had good convo.
You were slightly interested.
But that piqued my interest.
You were slightly interested.
Until he saw the big bloomers.
She didn't pique my interest.
She said
she had good convo.
That kind of
she said everything
off.
that would, you know.
So would you put her on the friend list?
Oh, she would just be straight friend.
Right. So what happens when she just straight friend and she come to you and say, you know, I'm really curious about everything beyond the friendship.
Oh, so she want the D.
Yeah, she want the Angus. Is that what it is? It's the Angus.
The Angus.
The
Angus.
All this Angus.
The Angus.
And what happens when she places an order for the Angus?
Is it delivered?
Is it delivered or is it just right?
Fast food.
I'm just saying.
Listen, I become DoorDash.
You gonna come DoorDash?
I become.
And that's where the problem come in because
I become DoorDash.
Coming quick.
I become DoorDash and I deliver the Angus with a side of Caesar salad.
But that's where the problem come in. You still willing
to
deliver.
She tossing your salad, right?
Side of Caesar salad.
Hands, exactly.
Listen, I try my hand if the hand comes towards me. I'm very confident. I don't never
Hold on.
say.
So you come in with a Caesar salad and a side of tea bag, right?
Caesar salad. The order comes with the Angus beef, a side of tea
bag,
and a portion of Caesar salad.
What is tea bag?
Oh, you don't know what tea bagging is?
God
wait.
Never mind.
Teabagging is when a guy get over top of her.
I just remember. Her head right there, and then you drop down.
Drop down and get your ego on.
You try not to slip. But you just hold your man, you just let them balls just, like teabag down there. Oh yeah, girl.
First of all, he's never done a demonstration. I'm gonna say he's done that demonstration because you're here.
Get the fuck out of here. I did it over.
I've never remember him doing a demonstration, and I'm going to say
a demo of teabag.
First of all,
I remember
I'm
that
not
scene.
Into that. I'm not into the teabag thing, and I can't imagine.
You just seen a demo of teabag
over top of somebody. You understand?
Listen.
They're not judging. I'm just stating a fact. I just can't even.
That's a lot of man.
Exactly. You looking up and all you see is ass.
And teabag.
Or can you see?
Listen, just close your eyes.
I'm just saying that's too much. And imagine if that joker slipped.
Look,
that's an instant murder charge.
Listen,
right
there. His knees get
First of all, let's get something straight. Hey, Ben, I know you out there, big fella. Tell these women that we know how
to teabag them while they hang.
We know how to create Nick.
You say
we big fellas.
Yeah,
we know how to create balance.
They don't have to be on the floor.
We don't slip for nothing. It's all in the calf muscle.
He's all in the
calf muscle. all in the camp, Marco. We got balance. We create balance where we won't slip. We want to deliver without slipping.
We start talking about teabag. We were talking about friends, but I think when you start talking teabagging, I don't think. I think you have an obsession with it. Like, I've never met a guy that talked about teabagging as much as you do.
First of all, let's get something straight.
Let me just say,
what's the difference in a guy wanting teabag and y'all sitting on a guy's face?
Yeah, he got a good point.
When we looking up, we seeing nothing but fucking ass.
Let me say this, okay?
And titties.
But let me say this.
Explain that.
No, I'm not going to explain.
Because some of y'all, hold on. Some of y'all got different colored legs than your whole motherfucking body.
That's true. But what I'm going to say to that, it's a different, if we're talking about, I like sitting on a guy's face. But what I am going to say is, it is a difference in you teabagging somebody and me sitting on somebody's face. It's a big difference.
My man Ben said, yeah, we slipped them nuts in their mouth.
I can't with y'all.
Hood Fella Kitchen, baby. That's how we do it. Yeah, Ben.
Let me ask Ben, since Ben want to be chiming in. Ben.
He need to call the fuck in.
Ben, can you call in at 855-493-6499? Give us a call.
Yeah. Anybody want to? Yeah,
say
it again, Jackie.
Women can have a healthy platonic relationship with one another without the teabag. Give us a call at 855.
A relationship could never be a relationship without teabag.
6499.
All right.
That's the thing.
Call in live. You'll be on the air.
I got a good question.
Or friendship.
I got an awesome question.
You got an awesome
Do you think a man and a woman can be friends after they done had sex? Like, can that guy be your best friend after he didn't tap that?
I have a couple of
Cause I don't believe in that shit.
Yeah,
it's like once he been there, he always gonna want to go there again. That's just my personal thought.
Yeah, I have actually two close friendships like that. It was like over 20 years ago, but yeah, we're good friends. I think it depends on the maturity of the people involved.
It's possible.
It's possible. Yeah, it depends on the two people. If somebody still has feelings, I think it would be very difficult to maintain a friendship.
You don't have feelings to begin with. That's the whole thing. Like, you don't develop feelings to begin with.
But my thing, he got inside you. You feel what I'm saying?
It might have been some bullshit.
And I just like, yo, you know what I'm saying? It's like, once you pass that line, you're not friends no more.
So
ever.
But that wasn't your question.
How about they say ever?
That's not true. That's your opinion. You asked the question, can you be friends after sex? You absolutely can be friends after sex. Now you just know me intimately. Like how intimate was
like if I'm gonna marry you and you tell me your best friend is this dude, and then I gotta invite this motherfucker to our wedding.
You don't know he been in there.
Yeah, and so a lot of
no, because some women will tell you like, yeah, me and yo used to deal, but now we friends.
See, there's a difference in used to deal and we fucked once.
But a man's ego can't handle that.
Is it
I can't handle it. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, is it we used to deal? Well, just, you know what? It's gonna be a lot of single motherfuckers out here for a long time because it's a lot of motherfuckers who used to deal and a lot of motherfuckers who didn't cross paths. So at the end of the day, it's gonna be a lot of single motherfuckers out here for a long time. If you waiting for motherfuckers to stop crossing paths and stop dealing with each other.
What the hell are you doing over there?
Oh, he got my.
You hung up on him? No. You're live with the Intimacy Chronicles. Oh my God. That's what it is? Are they still on? Hello, caller. You're live with the Intimacy Chronicles. Who am I speaking with? Yeah. So wait a minute. Was it the whole?
Alan said that one of them is going to want something more after having sex.
The first time, or is that one time, or is that dealing
multiple times?
Right.
Which one is it, Alan? Is that one time or multiple times?
Can't be dealing with.
Yeah. If it's a one-time thing,
fucking get it over with.
Yeah.
Don't fuck around with it. Do it expeditiously. Joe Clark said that.
Now she quoting lean on me.
Right. He
said after the first time.
Right. First of all, the first time should be the last time. Just like the first time. Yeah. It's not like Shalimar. It's not the second time around. It's the first time. Do it the first time, and that's the last time.
And get it done, and it's over. Yeah.
Call it quits.
Oh, man.
It's a done deal.
But let me ask a question.
We're not going to change this friendship.
Do men have a problem with that one-time hit and a woman just wanting to be friends? Is your ego too big to be able to handle? Damn, after I smashed, that's all she wants is friendship. What did I do wrong? I'm just asking the question. I'm not accusing.
Well,
I'm just asking.
Well,
I'm just asking.
He said somebody gonna want something afterwards, so we already know that he gonna want something afterwards.
So if a woman,
after one time,
if y'all are together one time, and she just want to be friends afterwards, are you gonna take that personal?
No.
Okay, and you can maintain a friendship.
No, because at that point,
some of you men ego can't handle.
You mean after we had sex for the first, and did she want to be friends? Mm-hmm. No, because after that point, then you become dick in a glass case. In case of emergency.
No.
Break glass.
No, I'm saying she don't wanna.
No
she
more.
don't wanna
glass.
Ain't no
anymore.
More.
Ain't no more.
It was just a one and done.
That's
what I'm saying. It's just a one and done.
If you do it good, it ain't gonna never be a one and done.
See, that's the problem.
That's the issue right there.
You had one and done.
First of all, let's start here, Quavo.
Have you had one and done?
Let's start here, little Quavo. This is not about quality control, okay?
What is wrong with the mic, brother?
God damn.
Are you had one and done?
Love it.
Will you stop sending the claps at the wrong goddamn time?
I love it.
No, the claps coming. This is what I need you to understand. You want to shift everything in the opposite direction. We say friendship, you say feelings. Right. We say one and done, you say she gonna want more. No, stick to the fucking storyline. That's the problem.
But the fucking storyline is that when you do it right the first time, they come back for more.
That's not always the case. That's not always the case.
Chances are you gonna be some bullshit on that day because you wanted it.
Never. I'm never for. Hold it. Hold up. Let's get something straight. Number one.
Nick,
on the first time, and they ain't bragging. On the first time, I'm never bullshit because I come prepared all the time.
Let me say this: we all have an off day. So when you sit there and
off
say,
day is maybe the second time.
No, sometimes
it ain't never the first time.
That off day usually gonna be on that shit that you've been waiting for.
We gotta call
it may be the second or third time I have off day.
Okay.
Fuck that. Not the first time.
You're live with the Intimacy Chronicles. Who am I speaking with?
Who this?
Ben from Hood,
hey, Ben.
How y'all doing?
What's up,
great.
Ben?
Thanks for calling in. What's on your mind, Ben?
Yeah. Ain't nothing, man. I was just tripping off y'all, man. Y'all getting it in over there.
We gotta have you back on the show.
Yeah, definitely. I'll let her come back, man, on the show, man, so I can show y'all how to really teabag.
Oh,
boom!
Hey, man, you know I gotta back you up.
Yeah, man. I appreciate it, man. I thought the DJ was fat ass sitting over there in the corner.
I don't have a question. I'm beginning to believe teabagging must be for little dick niggas.
It would take a woman like you to say some shit like that.
I'm just saying, like,
it would take a woman like you to say some shit like that.
Like, why we gotta keep like we
that's a negative. When you
that's negative.
Negative is teabagging. Like how we go from friendship to teabagging. That's negative.
Got another call?
I turn the chef.
No, teabagging is for nasty motherfuckers. You feel me?
Okay, I got you.
It's for what?
Nasty motherfuckers.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that just make all the difference in the world. If it's for nasty motherfuckers, then that basically means that it's not for friendships, because friendships ain't meant to include the nasty shit.
I can't hear you.
Hold on, nigga. Hey, can you hear me now?
Can you hear? Okay.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So basically what it means is...
Yeah, I'm with you.
If teabagging is for nasty motherfuckers, then teabagging ain't for friendships because friendships ain't about getting nasty. That's my whole point. You know what I mean? Like we went from, and I get it. You know what I mean? But we've gone from friendship to teabagging. If you put teabagging in the friendship, it's far from friendship at that point.
So how far? And that's the thing, okay? Because I know that some of you have partners that you all may not be in a relationship with. When does that come into play? When does teabag come into play in those type relationships?
The first night.
It's like this.
Yo, first what? I'm listening to you, Ben, because this motherfucker said teabagging comes into play.
Do you build up to that?
It's the connection.
Okay.
There you go.
It's the connection that y'all may have.
Okay.
So you got some women that love to get teabagged or, etc.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not always the men that exercise that right. Some women just want, some women are curious and they never had it. They want to go the extra mile. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So whether y'all friends or one-time thing, it don't matter. Some women just like to experience, and some men just want to experience it. You know?
Ben, that sounds a whole lot different.
We're having technical difficulties.
We're having lots of technical difficulties, but Ben, I want you to know.
I think it was the teabag
that sounds a whole lot different from the explanation and the demonstration that we got here in the studio. So thank you for your rationale of the teabag. That's clearly
that makes it
this
clear.
Nigga got great value teabags over here.
Alan said depends on how dirty she wants to get. My man, Al. My man, Al.
Is that in the friendship or is that in the relationship?
Is that friendship or relationship, Al? Let me know. Yeah.
I think it's either or. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It really don't matter. It depends on the heat of the moment.
The heat of the moment. Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay.
So Ben, let me ask you a question, man, and I hope you're gonna give a good answer. Have you ever teabagged a woman? My man, thank you. Yeah. Can we get a clap?
That makes you feel good
because he gets turned on by it.
It makes you.
Okay, so
it makes you feel good to know that some other man has teabagged a woman.
Because you said that you figure that if a man want to teabag, that's a short dick nigga. Ain't that what you said?
How you know what Ben Dick look like?
I didn't ask that. No, I never said that.
You just asked it. Wait a minute.
Hold it. That wasn't the question that I asked him. I said, have you ever teabagged a woman? Right. Which means that teabagging exists, whether you know it or whether you don't know it. Right. It goes on out there.
Right.
Maybe if you get teabagged, then you'll know it. You may like it.
Oh no, I'm good.
I think not all women are interested
you can do a regular
in
teabag though.
Teabagged.
What's a
Let
regular
me just say
teabag?
that.
Oh, you can dip a regular teabag in a cup, but
bitch,
you won't.
I drink coffee. I don't even like tea.
Oh, so you like black coffee, no sugar, no cream.
Yeah,
got her.
Like
we're gonna get back to our topic because we done took it, and that's the thing. I always hate getting on that topic because some people are so obsessed with the idea of teabagging that we kind of really go far left.
Yeah.
So
we never say nothing when you want to get on cataclysmic orgasms. Okay.
Well, but not all of you motherfuckers are capable of giving a cataclysmic orgasm.
Here we go.
So, I mean, like our topic, at the start of the show, we were talking about can men and women have a healthy relationship with one another. Ben, are you still with us?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Do you think men and women can have a healthy platonic relationship?
Well, yeah. I think so, man. So I was listening to y'all earlier. You know what I mean? But I really do think so. When I got my so, man,
you gotta talk in your phone, Ben, because we can barely hear you. Or take us off speaker.
You on speakerphone?
No, I'm not on speaker.
Okay, we can hear you now.
Okay.
So, I really do think so, though. when me and my girl got together, we started off as friends. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was real loud in my ear.
We good?
Yeah. We started off as friends.
Okay.
And we was hanging out. We was doing everything under the sun, man. And then we crossed over to that relationship part, and things switched up also. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's I really do think it exists, baby.
So when did you all? Because you all started off as friends. When did you know you wanted more from her?
Well, I really enjoyed the friendship. Mm-hmm. I wasn't ready to actually cross over at the moment.
Okay.
But she was like, basically, we've been friends for X amount of months and this, that, and the other. I think I'm ready to cross over. And I just kept trying to let her know, like, let's just enjoy the friendship. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know where it might end up. You know what I'm saying? And then one day I was like, you know what? I'm tired of living the kind of life I was living. Mm-hmm. I want to settle down. And she said, good girl, good, quiet. She got her shit together. I say, why not shoot this jumper? You know what I mean?
Right.
And I didn't regret it, man. I remember we together, man. We did a lot of things. We were spontaneous and things like that. So, instantly I ain't going nowhere. And right now, I can't imagine not leaving, I can't imagine leaving her stuff,
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you for sharing your story with us.
Ain't no problem, yeah.
And we definitely got to get you back up here so you can bring us some of that good food.
You already know, on track, baby. All you got to do is give me the call. I got it.
All right. Thanks, Benjamin.
All right.
All right. Have a good night.
All right, bro.
So let me ask you a question since we are still on this topic. How many of your friends have you been intimate with?
Damn. Damn. If it's been that many, that's too many. That's too many. That's too many. They not friends no more. They whole new relationships.
Yeah.
They many relationships. They
Not many.
Not many.
Not many.
How many? Can you count them on one hand?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I can.
And so when you went into those friendships, were you already interested in those women, or it just developed into something else?
No, it was that majority of them was already in a relationship or
so
married.
You were the friend in waiting.
I was just a friend. Just hey, usually a lot of my female friends starts off because I've worked on their cars.
Okay.
So, after constant of working on their cars and just chit chatting, with them, mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Then it turned into, more say a different conversation.
Okay.
And then one thing led to another, and they was
so,
at the
for the friendship, when it becomes the one thing turns into another, is there a conversation had? How do you know that it's going to that next level from a friendship to a, I guess?
I'm very blunt, so I've been to the point where depending on how I was feeling and if I could pick up on the vibe, I would say something. I'll just go straight in like, hey, I just want to let you know something that I've been wanting to say to you for the longest time. What is that? I want to eat your butt.
I don't see that being appealing. But your presentation sucks, man. Your presentation sucks. So now I'm gonna go back to what you said.
Is this thing on?
I'm gonna go back to what you said. You said that you decide pretty much to shoot your shot, but you've had these feelings all along. And I'm gonna take it back to what I said. You are that person
if it starts with feelings, it's not a friendship.
Yeah, and so you had this feeling for a long time with somebody that you're just supposed to be friends with.
And I'm gonna tell you, like, I totally zoned out when you said it started. Most of them started as somebody I worked on their car, and then okay, so I get it. You know what I mean? You went from their mechanic to their
mechanic.
You know what I
mean? Yes. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But that's just it. You know
Oil
what I mean?
changes.
Like, I came to you for a service.
Fluid
so
flush.
As my mechanic, the bottom, it really just comes back to like, boom, yeah, he's my mechanic. You're the mechanic. I see you as the mechanic. Like, that's your role. That's how you step into it. But then you didn't see them as the customer from the get-go.
No, I did. No, I did, because let me tell you one thing that I never do. I never mix business with pleasure.
Until you're ready to eat their butt.
Nick,
because there comes a point where you mix business with pleasure. Because you sound, listen, I'm using your words. I'm giving you what you until you're ready to eat their butt.
And how does that conversation come about?
To the plumber.
Thank
you, Alan.
But that's the thing. How does that conversation come about if they're your customer? If they're just your customer, it should be just that. They're just your customer.
That's how they start.
But some kind of way, I think,
because I do good work.
Back,
I'm good with my hands.
It goes back to what I said.
That's the problem. Why is everything innuendo with you? I do good work. I'm good with my hands.
That's not a lie. That is not a lie.
I think you think every woman wants you.
I don't.
I said that at the top of the show. You pretty
Jenny
much,
don't want me.
You pretty much confirmed that every time you're talking about your customers, your friends.
Let the record reflect on this day in history. Nick
that she is not interested.
Jenny don't want me.
Right.
She don't want you to eat her butt.
This is a fact.
Listen, I don't even listen. Jenny, when I look at Jenny is a cool person. You know, funny, the whole 9 yards. You feel what I'm saying? But I had already had in my mind when I first saw Jenny that she's cool people. So I didn't take it no further.
So I'm gonna ask this question: if Jenny put the offer on the table, are you telling me you would say absolutely no?
I would probably have to decline.
You know what?
Bullshit.
I would probably have to decline because I mean that's like two fucking bears going at it. You know what I'm saying?
I can't.
No, let me tell you something.
With you.
Let me tell you something.
I can't with you.
Exactly. It's like two bears get ready to wrestle. There's going to be a lot of sweating going on. You know what I'm saying? And all of that. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not taking away from Jenny. She's an attractive female. But I know that if I get into the bed with a woman like that, I'm going to have to put in some work.
And are you a lazy fuck?
Huh?
Are you a lazy fuck?
I'm not a lazy fuck. I'm an energetic
well,
fuck.
You just saying if you got with somebody like Jenny, that
because Jenny, when you listen. Okay, so listen. Let me tell you what I thought about Jenny when I first saw her.
Right, mind you,
let me tell you what I first thought about when I saw Jenny. When I first saw Jenny, I said, "Damn, she got some lips on her." Then I said, she got some voluptuous breasts.
So again, you did think about it.
Right?
Right, go ahead.
Yeah.
But then, after we had the show, I said, man, she cool people. You know what I'm saying? You know, so it didn't go no further than that.
But tonight, you said something earlier about her damn shiny ass lips, which told me that you were thinking about those lips.
Right, at the end of the day, let me
you don't remember?
Right, you don't
her lip gloss is popping.
Always, but let me tell you something. But it goes back to acknowledgement. You don't always have to acknowledge everything that you are thinking. You don't think that I know my lip gloss is popping? I buy the shit. What you think I buy it for?
Yeah, but ain't
Don't start playing with the string now, man.
Don't lie, Jenny. Ain't it good that you know that it's popping? But when a man can say to you that your lip gloss is popping.
No, because there are certain men who can say it, and it's more of an insult than it is a compliment. Because if I know that man's train of thought is always, damn, she got some big lips. Damn, she got some nice lips. Damn, she got some voluptuous titties. Damn, I look at the seat when they get up to see who leaking. See, when you say shit like that, yeah, you said that. Didn't you say all of that shit tonight? So at the end of the day, when a man's train of thought is always there, no, it's not a compliment. It's more of a fucking insult because all of your thoughts are sexual thoughts.
Absolutely.
All of your thoughts are sexual. Okay,
not all of them. When I
70-30 sexual.
When I looked at you, no, I didn't think of a sexual thought. I said your lip gloss is popping. Every time I've seen you, your lip gloss is popping. It never went in any further in my mind.
Now Pablo says it's the person and the motive, and I'm gonna say in this case, even though you said she's cool people, you thought of her voluptuous titties. You thought of her big lips with the shiny lip gloss.
Mm-mm.
You said it.
The first day that she came to the show, they was... Yes! The first day she showed up on the show. Mm-hmm. Yes! I mean, she came straight in like this, you know. Hey, lip gloss popping, the whole 9 yards. And I was like, oh, damn. Okay.
Well, damn what?
Right. Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what I'm saying, man. Like, that's what he does.
I love you.
And Jenny, it is like you know, you gotta stop and think about it. Like,
I love you, Jenny.
Like, when you
you my old girl, y'all.
Right.
I love you.
But yet you continually try to insult my intelligence.
No.
By saying that there was no further
I'm
thought.
not insulting. But see,
Pablo said you're in love. That's what Pablo said.
Pablo said what?
You're in love.
Go ahead, Pablo.
There was no further thought. Like,
thank you, Pablo.
Like, this Nate thinking about her voluptuous
lips. Yeah, man. Come on.
He had to go pull out his vocabulary. I thought that your lip gloss was popping and your breasts were voluptuous.
In the beginning when I saw her. And it's the first, this is the first time I've ever said this to you, right? Mm-hmm. And I've been knowing you a year. I met you 2 years ago.
Well,
when was that? That was 2 years ago when we did that show.
That was about 2 years ago.
2 years ago. So I've never said anything.
Wait a minute. Let me read this comment. Tonda says he moves like a nigga who isn't used to pussy. Damn.
Shine that camera. Shine that camera on me, please.
My line get ready to end.
Tonda got a point.
I move.
Like a nigga
who said that?
Who said that? Who not used to
who
pussy?
said that?
Tonda.
Sean? Okay.
Tonda.
Sweetheart, let me say this to you. Okay? I don't move like a nigga who ain't had no pussy because I'm used to getting it. Okay? And I know how to handle it when I get it.
Oh, no, it's not Tonda that said. Jason said that.
That's Jason. A guy said that about you. That's even worse. So, first of all,
why would even the guy even make that kind of comment?
Because God, let me tell you something.
Making, that's why.
Yeah, because, and, you know, whether Tonda said it or Jason said it, what I'm going to say is this. You know what I mean? The people, these are your people. The people.
But what I'm saying, listen.
Because
it doesn't matter to me what, and I value all our listeners. You know what I'm saying? At the same token, I know what I do.
That's true, but that's just it. And you know they say.
And I talk a lot on the show, and it may sound funny, different things like that. But at the end of the day, number one, no. I don't carry myself as a what you call a
you don't
a pussy hound.
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Does a narcissist know that they're narcissistic?
Say it again.
Does a narcissist know that they're narcissistic? No. Does a person who's stuck up know that they stuck up to the point where other people see them as stuck up? Somebody is telling you how other people see you, and that person sees you, and clearly there are other people who see you as a person who. Listen, Cardi B said, you know who popped the most? A bitch who shit not together, right? So the nigga who talked the most about getting pussy and teabagging and fucking and sucking and licking and sticking and dropping and popping and locking, guess what? 9 times out of 10, when it sound like he getting it 5 times a week, he probably getting it about 5 times a year, is what somebody is saying.
I doubt that.
So
that's not even always true.
Okay, you say always.
That's not even always true.
You say always.
And not in my case.
You say always.
Not in my case.
See how all of these words have different meaning? That may not always be true. But when it sound like you getting it 5 times a week, it might actually be you may be getting it about, let's just say, once a month. If you getting it that often.
No. Not me.
Not
you.
Me. Well, what
not
about
me.
the people who you getting it from?
I don't. One thing about me, I've
don't
never.
Say you're brag, because that's all the fuck you do is brag.
It's never been every show that we've had. I brag about my sexual acts. No, I don't.
You don't?
I don't.
Shh. Wait,
I don't. I don't brag about my sexual. I don't brag about my sexual of what I can do in the bedroom. That is never me. Now I tell my stories of what I've done, but I don't brag. Now when it comes down to sex is never an issue with the big fella. Let's just get that straight. It's never an issue with the big fella.
You talking to Jason?
No. I'm telling you to your face, and I'm telling you automatically that if I want it, all I got to do is send a text right now, and it'll be at my house, or I can go to it.
Why you mad?
Because I want it to be known that I don't exploit myself to just be this sex fiend, because that's never been me.
But that's what it comes off as. That's how
it can come. Listen. You can come off as being a comedian, but that doesn't mean you funny.
You're absolutely right. And guess what? That's not what I came here as, and that's not what
I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that that's not me.
You're angry with me like I'm
No. I'm making a point because I don't want people to just say, oh, my God, he just sounds like he's a sex fit. No. I'm speaking on what I've been through. That's one thing that I've done since I first came on this show. I've told all of my experiences of what I like to do. Of what I like to do and what goes on in the bedroom with me.
But what they're saying is somebody listening to you for the first time, like, you know, in Jason's case, like you sound like the guy that's not getting any pussy. Like, you know, you're not getting enough pussy, I guess. That's how you came across.
Can any man get enough?
Is that like, to me? I feel like that's an immature statement.
I'm asking the question.
I'm just stating a fact.
Can a woman? Can you get enough shoes?
I
know. Come on now.
I'm just stating what Jason said, pretty much. You know.
But I'm making a valid point.
But you got wound up about that, and that's a man making a statement about another man because that's how he sees it.
In the locker room at the end is this thing on? At the end of the day, like the guys who talk in the locker room, the guy who talking the most shit in the locker room is usually the guy who not getting any.
Now she.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So at the end of the day, I totally listen. I'm not saying that that's the case with you. What I'm saying is I resonate with Jason. I hear where it can sound like you may not be as actively intimate as you portray. Is that to say that it's the truth? No. But what he's saying is the nigga who talking the most in the locker room is usually the nigga. And usually the nigga who catch the fucking rape charge because he didn't talk so much about all the pussy that he was getting. He had to prove it to some bitch and he probably raped her. So at the end of the day, yes, when you talk like that, other people see that. Other people hear it. And it does sound like all you talk about is your sexual prowess. But it's the intimacy.
Well, I feel that when I do share my sexual intimacy stuff, it may could be a help to other people.
What your lack of?
I feel like Dr. Ruth.
Which we've already established.
But let me tell you one thing. Listen, and I joke a lot. I joke a lot. I laugh a lot in the whole 9 yards. And you know, some of the things, you know, if you listen very closely, you could tell if I'm bullshitting or not. You know what I'm saying? But I just say things in the moment. You know, it just, you know, we all laughing. Let's laugh about this.
So you're not a pussy hound? Is that what you're saying?
And you don't teabag bitches?
You gonna plead the fifth?
Right, like at the end of the day, that's what you.
Those who have any questions, please call 1-855-493-6499. We want to hear your view.
But let me say
okay,
this.
let me. Somebody left a comment. I'm gonna read a couple of comments. So Dee said yes, men and women can have platonic friendships. Tonda says he talks like the guy who looks at every woman like a fuckable target until he sees otherwise. And I said that at the beginning of the show. I said that you're the guy that thinks every woman wants you.
I don't, because I know every woman doesn't want me. There are women that have...
No, but you want them in some way. You talk with a lustful tongue, a lustful eye, and that's what it is. You know what I mean? Listen, everything that you say is said with a lustful tongue and a lustful eye. You looking at junkies at Lexington Market thinking, damn, if she wasn't bending over nodding, she could get it. That's how you be like, damn. Soon as she get up out that nod, I'm gonna teabag the shit out of her. See, that's you. You looking at Miss Kim in the Chinese joint. You, man, let me get a box of pork fried yak, man. Damn, mama fat as shit. When she go back there to get that hand for hand, I will fuck this shit out of mama. Like, you know what I'm saying? You that nigga who you look at everything with a lustful eye.
Y'all really beating my man up.
We're not beating him up. We're just going by the comments
that
are made.
He gave us a teabag demonstration. That should have been that's enough.
He took it far with the teabag shit, man. Come on. But I mean, that's just how people view you. So, even if you don't mean to come off that way, that's how a few people see you because they listen to us every week.
You the reason a lot of people delete their Plenty of Fish app.
Oh, damn.
Because you a barracuda. Like,
You said you hit that shit on the road.
What?
With that statement you just made.
No, for real. Because there's people on Plenty of Fish like, yo, just slow down.
That's
just
his
chill.
shit. That's
you
his
on
shit.
Plenty of Fish?
That's his shit, man.
Oh, that ain't nothing. Let me tell you something. Plenty of Fish ain't nothing but a friendly back page. That's all the fuck that is. You just not paying for it on Plenty of Fish. Like, but you the reason people delete those dating apps because you that nigga every day. Like, you probably ain't even got no pictures of yourself. You probably just got a bunch of sexual positions and Kama Sutra type shit up there, don't you?
Hell no.
You got pictures of yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Pictures of you maintaining your balance while you teabag somebody.
Nah.
Just checking.
No.
That's funny.
Nate, you cool with me. Let me tell you something. Nate, you cool with me. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like you. You cool. I just don't like you because I feel like every time we step into them, it's always sexual talk. Like, you don't
we on a sexual talk show.
Nigga, you talk about this shit outside of the show.
You're a goddamn lie. You're a goddamn... Get the fuck out of here. You know what? I applaud you for that joke. I applaud you for that joke.
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
That was a good
I applaud you for that joke. That one...
I seen you sitting in the club like this.
Get the fuck out of here.
No, listen, I seen you. Yeah, I seen you do it.
They said Stevie Wonder sing your
that,
ass too.
Like that, look like
I got cousins like you.
The Clarence Carter shit. Looking for a fox. He start off with that laugh. You know,
right. Let me piece of that gum.
Damn, Nate.
He start off with that.
They killing you, bro.
No, we not.
Hey man,
no,
it
we not.
gets
You
like
helping
that.
us.
I ain't saying shit. That's my man.
But you playing.
It gets like that. It gets like that.
Motherfucker.
Now I mean, listen.
Don't stop.
I'm the kind of person that I love women. I love women.
Okay.
So if I'm gonna try my hand,
I'm going to try my
I'm going to try my hand.
But you shouldn't look like you about to try your hand every time you make eye contact with somebody. That's the whole thing.
But if they're attractive, why not?
But every time you make eye contact with somebody, you look like you about to try your hand. Let me tell you something.
No.
You are, listen.
I'm going to feel you out first.
No, you're not. Let me tell you something. You know what you are? You are like, the way you look at women is the way that black people look at the police while driving these days. You know what I'm saying? They always fearful, like, oh shit, what the fuck they about to do? That is you. Like, you be like you really, you got no boundaries. You just go in. You just look like you always down the fuck, always run. Like, how you gonna ask? How you?
No, I don't, dude.
How you
but you know
how
what?
You gonna work on her car?
Every week.
How you gonna work on her car 2 times and then holler, "Can I eat your butt?" What kind of shit is that?
No, I was
no, you wasn't talking about that. That's your shit, man. And do listen to us every week. So her statement is, make his ass sweat. Nate do talk about sex a lot and relate a lot of things to sex.
Yeah,
I listen. I love pussy.
Okay, you love pussy, but there's people who want to know, are you getting pussy?
But I don't.
Here's 2 hours right here that you haven't gotten any pussy. Okay, here's 2 hours of show right here where you haven't gotten any pussy. Did you get some pussy before you came, and is you gonna get some pussy tonight? Because at this point, we all inclined to believe what Jason said. You talk like somebody who don't get no pussy.
Well, listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm my own person. Everybody has their view. Everybody knows what they like. Everybody can hear this and hear that. At the end of the day, I know me. If I could be one of those guys who don't talk to women, afraid to talk to women, and I was that guy. Okay. So if I can change myself to say, you know what? I believe that I can get that woman. And if she turned me down, oh well. My confidence is never going to be on the ground. When I look in the mirror, each time I'm at home, I tell myself, I love myself. I love you. You love me. And my confidence stay that way.
And I'm going to tell you this, and I've said this to you before, and if I didn't say it to you, I know I meant to say it to you. It's probably everything I was feeling when I should have said it to you.
That's fucked up.
There's a fine line between confidence and cockiness. And at the end of the day, you are confident. Be confident. Be confident in approaching that woman. But don't be so fucking cocky at the end of the day.
No. I'm never
you
cocky.
It is.
I'm never
listen, cocky, but you cocky as fuck.
I'm never cocky.
You just gave a whole fucking teabag demonstration. And you don't think that's cocky?
Listen.
You don't think that's cocky?
Listen. I've done teabag demonstration. I've done what I brought the pillow in. Listen, come on. I'm not afraid to put myself out there. You understand what I'm saying? To demonstrate whatever I needed to. Last week, I just demonstrate how I'm gonna pose on the wall and stuff. Come on, Jack.
It's all good.
There's no shame in my game.
Relax,
I
man.
love what I do.
Just own it.
Right.
Just own it.
And at the end of the day,
that's own it.
Yeah.
I did.
You see it as shame in your game. It's
dude,
not. Listen.
You beat me up.
It's not about it being shame in your game. It's about walk it like I talk it. I don't have to say it.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely don't have to say it. I don't have to talk about how good I am at teabagging. Let me tell you something. And I'm going to give you what you've been waiting for. I don't got to talk about how good I am at sucking dick. At the end of the day, that dick know. That ain't for everybody else to know. That nigga who got that dick, he know. Okay? So at the end of the day, I don't need to keep talking about it. I don't need to keep bringing it to light because it takes away from what I'm really giving you.
But what I'm saying is, I don't constantly keep talking about it.
I'm gonna tune in. I'm gonna tune in next week.
A topic on our show.
I'm gonna tune in next week and see what happens.
True.
I'm gonna tune in next week.
Depending on the conversation.
Right.
Okay.
It may come back up again.
So,
I do not look at women like they smoke turkey leg.
More like Angus.
We started out.
That's how
we started out about friends. And somehow it turned into you.
So I thank you all for tuning in, and I do believe that men.
I love everyone. I love all our listeners. I appreciate all our listeners. I love all our listeners.
I like them brown, yellow, Puerto Rican, and Haitian.
I appreciate our listeners. I love all our listeners. We appreciate y'all tuning in the whole 9 yards. You know, half of the stuff I say out my mouth is bullshit, and other half is true.
Bullshit.
But you know what? I didn't.
Jason says a woman knows if she wants you to eat her butt before you ask. So anyway,
come in next week. Who is that? Who is that? Who is that?
I'm just saying it's true.
Damn.
So we're gonna continue.
That should be the show for next week. Do a woman
knows
when they want that butt?
Little sister.
So next week we're gonna have Adrienne Barnes on. For those of you that don't know Adrienne, I believe Adrienne started the city's Department of Transportation. So she's going to be joining us next Monday. Come on out and support us Saturday at Baltimore's Black Wall Street from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. We're giving away a few awards, and it's at Studio 23, 210 East Redwood Street. So we look forward to seeing some of you there. And,
Mix Station gonna be in the building.
Mix Station will definitely be in the building with Dr. Nick over there on the
Damn,
ones
she
and
done
twos.
gave me a dot. She done gave me a part of Nate.
And what else? June 18th, I'm gonna post it when I get the time and all. But June 18th, I'm going to be appearing on the Today Show live from Times Square.
All right.
So,
Wow.
And if you haven't already gotten it, get your copy of Critique Empire magazine. I'm on the special edition cover. So good night, folks, and I thank each and every last one of you for tuning in, and we will be back same place, same time next Monday. Thank you.
No tea-bag.
I'm at the studio. Yeah. My brother left the program.